I honestly thought my spending was going to be a lot less considering I'm tight with my money. We are still in lockdown and I live in France with my boyfriend, which means we split everything evenly. I cannot believe I spent this much money in 1 week. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In this YouTube video, I'm going to be exposing myself a little bit and sharing exactly how much I spend in a week here in France. France is currently still in lockdown, so that means I don't get to spend money on restaurants or going to bars, meeting friends or anything like that. That's definitely something to take into consideration when watching this video. Another thing is that I do split absolutely everything evenly with my boyfriend, so we have a lot of shared expenses. That definitely makes everything a lot cheaper for both of us. Another disclaimer that I want to say is that all the prices I'm going to be talking about are in euro, but I am going to convert them to Australian dollar and USD on the side here so that no matter where you are, you can kind of get a good understanding of how much money that I spend in a week. I also want to say that I really do care about personal finance, and there's definitely not going to be any extravagant spending at Gucci or anything like that in this video. It's pretty much just a normal what I spend in a week here in France. So I hope you enjoy, and let's get started. Sunday is our adventure day. We always try to get out of the house on Sunday and explore the region. My boyfriend and I both have the day off on Sunday, so we like to leave the house and do some fun things. So I'm gonna kick off this video on Sunday and we're going to have a little adventure in the mountains. Hey guys, whoa. We are on our way to the mountains. We're going to do some ski sports and I'm going to take you along with us and see how much money I spend. So we just stopped off at a bakery along the way. We have been to this bakery before. It's pretty good and pretty cheap as well. So we're gonna get 2 big sandwiches each, which will be enough to give us the energy we need for today. So far we've had no luck in finding the skis that we were supposed to rent. We're gonna try and do some other snow activities. So on Sunday, I ended up spending 25 euros on my cute little pink sled that I'm a little bit worried that I'm never gonna use it, perhaps just that once. But anyway, totally worth it, such a fun day. I also spent 10 euros on those sandwiches that you saw me absolutely devouring, and another 5.50 euros on the beer that I had at the end of the day. That brings Sunday's total to 40.50 euros, and that's honestly not too bad. I had a really great day and definitely don't regret any of my purchases. Let's talk about Monday. On Monday, we are back on track. I spent nothing. I stayed at home all day and just tried to eat the remaining pretty much no food that we had left in the house. On Tuesday, absolutely no food left in the house, no fruit, no veggies, nothing that I could cook a healthy meal with, so I decided to do some grocery shopping. the total came to 57 euros and 44 cents, which is actually not too bad. On Tuesday for dinner, I ended up spending 16 euros on Uber Eats, and I know it's a little bit silly because I did go grocery shopping that afternoon. We normally order takeout, I would say 2 or 3 times a month. We have a burger place here in my city that we love. They do a new burger every single week, and I absolutely couldn't resist. I had to try that week's burger. On Wednesday, I did not spend any money at all. I didn't leave the house at all that day, actually. I ended up making a big salad for lunch and eating that in the sun. It was really nice. And then for dinner that night, I cooked us some fish and veggies. I always love cooking, and it's a great way to save money. On Thursday, it was the same. I didn't spend any money, but I did actually end up making that TikTok pasta, if you know what I'm talking about. And it was really delicious. It's definitely not overrated at all, and I really recommend giving that a go. Friday was probably my worst day in terms of spending. I made 3 purchases that I would normally never do. The first thing I did was spend 129 euros and 77 cents on Amazon. I honestly never order things on Amazon, so it was a little bit of a weird expense for me to have, but I wanted to buy some things for the YouTube channel, so a microphone, a softbox light, and also a tripod. I hope that purchase is going to be worth it in the future and make my channel more than what it could be without those things. But yeah, definitely a bit of a crazy expense for me. The next thing I did on Friday was spend 10 euros and 42 cents on an Instagram preset, and that is something that I have never ever done before. I always use just free presets that I can find, but I really do want to make my photos look better, both for Instagram and also for my YouTube thumbnails. The last expense I had on Friday was 16 euros and 71 cents, and that was for renewing our friend's Netflix account. Yes, we are those people that use someone else's account and don't actually pay for it, but he hadn't renewed the payment and he was struggling a little bit with COVID and stuff like that. So I decided to renew the Netflix account. We are also really obsessed with the TV series The 100, and we watch it every night before bed. So for me, it was just like I couldn't go to bed without watching my series, and I just had to renew the payment so we could watch it and just enjoy it. If you haven't watched The 100, I totally recommend checking out, especially if you like adventure and like survival TV series. It's a really good one, and it was totally worth spending that money on. On Saturday, we had some friends over for dinner. So while I was working, my boyfriend went to the supermarket and picked up all the stuff we needed to cook them dinner and just some other groceries that we needed to stock up on. It was a little expensive, probably because I wasn't there to control, like, don't buy this, it's too expensive, we need to save money. But anyway, the total ended up coming to 43 euros and 50 cents. Now let's talk about my fixed expenses. So those are things that I have to pay for every single week without fail. And the first one is the apartment and utilities, which my share of that is 125 euros every single week. We do live in a really nice apartment. There's 2 bedrooms. We're in a really central location. It might be a little bit expensive compared to some other apartments in France, but the fact that we split it between 2 makes it a little bit more bearable. Then I also pay 10 euros every week for my phone and home Wi-Fi. That's not too bad at all. The last thing that I have fixed every week is my Apple Music subscription, and I absolutely love music. I could definitely not live without that one. So that comes to €1.50 a week. That brings the entire week spending to 422 euros and 12 cents, which I think is a little bit high just personally for me. I don't normally have those extra expenses that I talked about throughout the video, but overall not that bad. It could definitely be a lot worse. So that's going to be the end of the video today. I really hoped you enjoyed having a little insight into how much things cost in France and basically just how much I'm spending on a weekly basis. If you want me to talk more about finances and like what things cost and how I spend money in France, please let me know. I'll be happy to make more videos on this topic, but for now I'm going to leave it here. I will see you on Wednesday, and in the meantime don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Bye!